on my social network. So I can go in here and see the pictures flow into my device, and I can go in and check one particular picture. So this is, I need something with a little comment. Okay, so I press this button here. I see the picture. 7 people like this. I can comment as well, and I say very nice, very nice, like this, without having to go into an app, like that. It's very simple. I press the picture, and I automatically move into the album from this person where this sits. It's very simple to enjoy pictures, my pictures, your friends' pictures, etc. that sit up in the internet. I go back with the back button, and I select albums. This is an amazing experience the first time you go into the Pictures Hub, because all your pictures sit here to begin with. Because once you set up the device, or when you set it up, you put in your Facebook account, you put in your Windows Live account, your Hotmail address, etc. And then the device automatically populates with all the data that belongs to that account. So without me having to configure anything, I will have my albums from Facebook, from SkyDrive, etc., right in my device, without me having to do anything. So I can jump into any album. Let's see what we can do. We have this right here. So this is now available on my device without me having done anything. So these are pictures I've loaded up to my SkyDrive years back. So I didn't even know that I had these pictures up on the web, but they automatically come down to my phone. I can go in, I can check my my pictures and download them and save them back onto the device by doing save on the phone, save as background, tag the pictures, etc. We talked about face recognition or face detection before. So, okay, so are there any faces here? Whoops, there should be. Let's put a tag. Okay, so I put a tag on that. I can choose my contact, etc., etc. You can manually add stuff or automatically recognize what's on there. So that's pretty cool. I'll go back in and show another example. Pictures of people. Okay, so I'm interested in pictures of Lena in this case. So this will find all the pictures of Lena up on the net that are tagged with Lena. So I have pictures of Lena here and her albums, etc., etc. I can go in again. So this is a party animal in my family. And these are her pictures in this particular album. I go in again. I check my tags. Is this tagged? Are there comments, etc.? Oh, no comments. Okay, tag somebody. Who is this? Recognizes the face. Who's this? Again, very, very engaging experience. So if I want to do something with a picture, I'll take another one. Album. See, I'll take this picture right here. Okay, so I want to share this. This is a picture I've taken with my phone. It sits on my device. It's not up on the internet anywhere. I can choose share on Facebook and put football in here and just upload it with your caption. It's right built in. You don't have to upload it first and then add your caption. What if I want to edit the picture before I share it? Well, as you remember, you had an app that edited pictures in the Pictures Hub. But it also sits right next to my picture, which I'm looking at. So on your iPhone, you would typically look in your album, and you would see a nice picture, and then you want to edit it. And I have to press Start, and then you have to scroll a couple of pages to find the app that edits your pictures, right? That's typically the scenario. So you'll have a lot of clicks before you reach your end destination. Here, you look at the picture you want to edit, and then you just press Apps. And up shows all the apps that edit pictures. Now I only have one, so it's simple, but all the apps would pop up. And you can use different types of effects. We do this type of tone, etc. And then you can save it or share it, etc. Very, very simply. So all built in. apps integrate and show up where you need them, relating on the type of content you're consuming. So that's the Pictures Hub. More stuff about the Meet panel or the Meet time. So this is me. I showed this part before, but you also see that this is a pivot. You see the grayed out areas on the top. So if I swipe, I have all the messages coming in relating to me somehow, posted on different forums. So here somebody's commenting on a comment or liking a comment that I posted on Facebook. I don't have to go into Facebook to discover that. It shows up on the Meet time. So if I press on that, somebody's liking a comment that I made. Actually, 4 people like that comment. And I move straight into that thread on Facebook without having to open the Facebook app. And I can comment or like and dislike and so forth. So again, very integrated communication, making it simple for you to use the device. My latest news, here I find all the stuff that I do, regardless of social network, whether that's Twitter, LinkedIn, etc. And I can go in and follow comments and stuff of what I've done. All on my start page. And you actually saw if I go back, you saw the picture that I just uploaded, right? To Facebook 4 minutes ago. And that's my picture with a comment, football. So it all sort of is integrated, interlinked, and a joy to use. What else can we show you? Office. So this is another experience that is pretty cool. And I didn't know it worked like this when I first did it. So I go into Office, and this again is the Office Hub. So it's a 360-degree panorama. So I swipe around, you can see that you have direct integration with my SkyDrive, which is 25 gigs of free storage on the internet. You have you can search on your phone. You have Office 365 integration. You have SharePoint if you're working. I have my OneNotes synced again between the PC, the cloud, and the phone and back. So it comes full circle. I have my Office documents, and I go back. I'll check in one particular document that might be interesting. I put this one. This might be a shopping list or whatever, and I want to use this when I go shopping after work. So I just pin that to start, and it shows up on start. When I'm done shopping, I put it away. And if my wife decides that, well, I need to add some stuff while I shop, she can sit at home on the net, on SkyDrive, and update my document so I get it instantly updated on the phone as I walk around the store buying groceries or what have you. So that's pretty cool. If I go back again, this is the magic of the Office Hub. If I go into SkyDrive, so again, this is something that just pops up without any configuration needed. Again, as you sign up or sign into the device for the first time, you add your Hotmail account. And when you go into the Office Hub, all your documents stored in the cloud sits on the device without you having to do anything. And it's not just your folders and your documents, but if I swipe to the left, I have all the folders that my friends have shared with me. So, for example, this could be, the Hyper Island app class sharing documents, and you just put them up on SkyDrive, and they automatically comes down to the phone without the user having to do anything. So I can go in and see if I have any documents here. Oh, that was empty. Go back, hopefully, or up. It's a bit shaky sometimes. I go in again. And the great thing about this, when you work with the documents in the cloud, so to speak, you also have version handling. So if I go into a document and I try and edit it, and somebody else has done something after me, you will get a prompt saying, well, this document is old. Somebody else has put in a newer version somewhere up in the net. Do you want to download that? Yes. Obviously, you want to work with the latest copy. So that's all built in, both on SharePoint, on Office 365, and on SkyDrive. So
show us editing or working with like an advanced Word document. Like how is it like full feature Word
Yes, so with Office, so this is again the real Office, but obviously it's a smaller version. But what you will have is full document round tripping, which means that if you send the document to me from your PC or from your computer, I open it up, I edit and add something. For example, I add a graph to a table that you made, and I send it back. All the formatting is intact. You don't lose anything from a sort of formatting perspective. So if I go into, let me see if I have anything, okay, Excel. If I have anything here. Okay, so you have support for the most basic stuff, formulas and things, and you can easily go in and edit this. And I usually, when I talk about Office, I usually ask the question, if you're an Office user, how many percent of Office do you use on a regular basis in Office?
1%.
Yes, so it's very little, right? So I usually say that, well, that 1% or those 5% or 3% actually sits in the version that you use on the phone. So you have really the most common things that you do on the desktop as well.
I have some workout Excels that I use personally that I have on SkyDrive, and I've made some diagrams on my PC that are sort of advanced because I want them to look good. All of those things are viewable on the phone, I found, although you can't, for example, create a new advanced graph with the specific sorting parameters that I did on the PC. But you can view the file, which I thought was sort of neat. And if I added a new entry into one of the little cells, it would update the graph and that sort of thing. So it is very full-featured, surprisingly full-featured, and even fast. The transitions in PowerPoints work very well now, all sorts of things.
Yeah. So really is Office. Not the full version, but Office, the original Office. What else can I show you? Any questions so far? Do we have the URL to the fish demo, by the way?